Hi, all. My name is Erin. This is day 3 of Daily Elevation during this time of coronavirus. Um, I wanted to talk a little bit more about my experience right now and kind of how you might use my experience to consider a way to approach all of this, because it is, in fact, really interesting. I understand that there are some people that are overtaxed, working more than ever right now, working in crazier circumstances than they usually work right now. So thank you. I bow to you, and I'm sending you guys love and support every single day. And then there's people like me that their normal day is kind of shut down and they're sitting here being like, well, what do I do with myself and my time? So to just recognize that we have these polarities, I really wish there was like an emergency access, thing where some of us could just hop in and hop into the busy places as temp jobs here. I would love to be offering some skills at this time. But instead I'm just doing the deep inner reflection. And what I want to say about the deep inner reflection, if you do want to go that route, is how needed it is. And I want to say that I've been like literally bawling my eyes out on a daily basis, not all day. Oftentimes I'm like bawling and laughing at the same time because I just cannot believe the amount of feeling that is present in me right now. But I recall, like, what keeps coming up for me is 10 years ago, I lost the love of my life. He died suddenly, and I just wanted the world to stop. Like, I could not believe that the world did not stop at that time. Like, it just needed to stop. Like, this thing happened that nothing would ever be the same. And how could the world still be going on? I felt like I called people who I hadn't spoken to in years to tell them what happened, because I was just waiting for them to be like, oh my gosh, I'm the person, I'm going to stop the world now. So it's really interesting to actually feel the world stopping a little bit. And I keep going back to that need that I had for the world to stop. And I'm pretty sure that I'm not the only person who has had the need in their life for the world to stop, for that tragedy or that pain or that, diagnosis or, assault, like whatever has happened in your life that has just needed that moment of pause, needed that moment of respect, needed that moment to really be seen. Like, I hope that you're using this as that moment to kind of feel, to be with, to, I don't know. But I know that there's a lot that we've been able to run away from, that we've been able to not fully feel, not fully release, not fully use to transform us the way that we were supposed to be transformed by the events in our life. I mean, we're all souls here to learn really powerful, often very challenging, lessons. And when we get into that day-to-day busy and that becomes more important than processing who we are, things get missed. So if you have that time, think about those moments in your life that were just like those gut-wrenching, or even those celebratory moments that you had just that one day, but that every single time you think about who you are, you go back to that moment, but it was like 5-10 years ago. How can you bring more of that into your future? Can we use this pause to fully process our human experience that hasn't been fully processed because we've been so busy being a human doing. So, again, my invitation is to hold yourself in all sorts of love and compassion. You might be in that human doing place right now, and maybe these words are just breaking your heart because you're like, yes, I can't even take this time that the world is stopping to be a human being. But, honor that, notice that, and maybe just collectively as a world we'll realize how important it is to be a little more, to appreciate those things. So, again, I will see you tomorrow. This is Erin with Daily Elevations.